What is up, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing good. Kind of a laid back day today with the Super Bowl and everything. So I've been watching some shows lately, rewatching Baskets with Zach Galifianakis and Louis Anderson. Man, if you haven't seen that, it came out a while back, but I'm going back and rewatching it. Just a really funny show. Yeah, the guy's like a clown, and wow, Louis Anderson's dressed as a woman. Um, yeah, just classic. And the other show I've been rewatching is old episodes of 90210. Um, I go back, and if I got nothing better to watch, I'll go on my phone and watch old episodes of that, and I'll also watch episodes of 21 Jump Street. So if anybody out here wants me to do anything on 21 Jump Street, let me know. I still might do it anyway. But today I just wanted to talk a little bit about 90210. I got a couple records and movies to show, but yeah, it's kind of funny when you remember a show a certain way and then when you rewatch it years later. I mean, the last time I watched 90210 was probably when I was like, yeah, maybe in my 20s. Obviously, I watched it when I was a teenager. It was huge in the 90s. I mean, you know, I don't know exactly what year, but I mean, I know when I was 15 years old, I was for sure watching 90210. I loved that Brenda and Brandon they were from Minnesota originally. Um, but just the whole show, all the characters. I wouldn't say it was well written, though. I mean, watching it now, I'm sort of shocked at some of the storylines. Like, it's just kind of weird. But one of the storylines I wanted to quick get into today was, Dylan inherits $10 million. $10 million. And he just blows it all. He just loses it all. It's like out of nowhere, this lady claims to be like, related to him, and Dylan has like a young sister that he never knew about, and it's all just bullshit, I guess. And he ends up getting, like scammed out of all his money, and you know, it just sort of like I don't buy it for one thing. I mean, you know, Dylan was sort of a loner in a way. I mean, obviously, he always was sleeping with Brenda or Kelly or both of them. Um, but he really kind of kept to himself other than that. And he even helped, what's his name, David, when David was having like a drug problem. Dylan just seemed like kind of a smart guy, and it just I didn't buy any of it. That if you have $10 million, first of all, I would never take any of it out of the bank. I mean, you just spend a little bit, and just hold a little job for a couple of years. I mean, he's this young kid, and they just have him giving away $10 million. I mean, it was so bizarre of a storyline. And then they, try to go recoup the money, and Tiffany Amber Thiessen is in on that. Which, wow, for as depressing as Dylan became on that show, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, man, you talk about one of the most beautiful women of the '90s. Unbelievable. Um, yeah, whoever said we should get her on this show, you're goddamn right. I mean, that was great. But anyways, I just been watching some of that lately, and one of the other things I was watching here, I'll show you. Well, I did watch this. I got Departed. That's a good one. But I was rewatching Jaws, Jaws the original. And man, I think with Jaws, what they should have done was it, when you watch it, the first hour they're on land, and obviously the shark isn't, but they're um, you got like Chief Brody and all them, and they're trying to figure out how to get rid of this shark or what they're gonna do. And then the last hour of that movie, they're on the boat with Quinn and Hooper and the Chief. And man, that movie is so good when they're on the boat. I really wish they would have had 20 minutes of the movie on land, and you could still have the opening part where the lady gets attacked in the water, and then I think right away maybe you have another person get killed by the shark, and then I think we're packing up the boat. We're, implying that this shark has been killing people already, and get those guys out on the boat because that movie is so good when they're out on the boat. Between Quinn telling those tales of, you know, um, when he was on like the SS Minnow or whatever, and just Hooper and dealing with Hooper and everything. I mean, it's so good. Like the last hour of that movie, it's unbelievable how good it is. And yeah, no, that it's just great. And I was actually reading the book, and it's crazy. Like in the book, um, the chief's wife cheats on him with Hooper. And obviously, they did not put that in the movie because they wanted Hooper's character to be likable. Um, but whenever I watch that movie now, I'm kind of like, oh, Hooper asshole, but little details like that, I would tell anybody, like if you really like a movie, um, even if you know the movie by heart, find the book because there's always different details that are going on. And then the only other thing I wanted to kind of touch base on was I discovered a new rapper, and it, I'm looking at my notes because he has an interesting name. It's Honest with AV at the end, and I've heard him say it like Honest Day. So it's Honestav, Honest Day, and he's a guy from Missouri. He kind of looks like a young Post Malone, but I'm just digging his vibe. He's got a lot of like videos out there, and he did release a full length album, and the full length album is called, I think it's called like Harakiri, boy. But anyways, no, very impressed with him. Um, I like it when these artists have a lot of videos. Like not only did he do music videos, but he just did sort of like where people follow him around. Like he was filming a music video in Vegas, and he has like a film crew. And of course nowadays it's not even a film crew. It's just a guy with like a phone. But anyways, it kind of lets you see another side of the artist. So, but he's one I'm keeping an eye on, and he has already performed with Mod's son, who I like, and that guy's from Minnesota, from Bloomington, Minnesota. Mod's son. He Mod's son was like kind of doing some music with Avril Lavigne. He's kind of like punk. Um, and then this guy that I just mentioned, he's going to be going on tour. And when Machine Gun Kelly is playing in Australia and New Zealand, this guy's going to open for him. So yeah, keep an eye out for him. Not much else going on. Yeah, just watched the Super Bowl, and not much else. But anyways, people, if you like this video, send it to a friend of yours, and everyone have a good one. Bye.